I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Granick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back to Tiger Volleyball here on the Washita Sports Digital Network. I am Isaac Bourne, joined by Cameron Boyd, and today we have some more Ready Tiger Invitational action between the Washita Tigers and the Montevallo Falcons. So, Cameron, coming off a night where the Tigers barely came up just short against the Mississippi College Choctaws, they're looking to respond here. So, looking at last night's game, what is something that they're going to need to do to be able to rebound from that?
Both of these teams are coming off of a loss, and I'm sure the Tigers know that. The Falcons have yet to take a win so far in the Invitational, so I'm sure they know that as well. But it's important to remember that they can't be complacent. The Falcons may step up in this game, and the Tigers have to be ready to match that, so they just need to compete.
And compete, both teams are looking to do. You see the Tigers going 1-1 so far this season. Meanwhile, like you just said, the Falcons 0-2 on the season. The Tigers last night going down into an 0-2 hole against Mississippi College, but then digging themselves back, grinding themselves back into that game and bringing themselves very close to starting off the season undefeated 2-0. And now they find themselves against another Gulf South Conference opponent in the Montevallo Falcons, who finished just one place under Mississippi College in the preseason rankings. So for the sake of the GAC, who has gone 0-2 versus this conference so far, I'm sure that the Washita Tigers are looking to respond here.
Right, they're definitely looking to make up for the losses they've taken so far.
And now introducing the starting lineups for both teams, or introducing the rosters for both teams, will be Matt Branch.
For your Washington Tigers. Junior middle blocker from Canada, Arkansas, number 4, Haley Fairchild. Senior libero from Midland, Texas, number 8, Avery Chow. Junior outside hitter from Decatur, Texas, number 9, Riley Brazil. Junior defensive specialist from Jonesboro, Arkansas, number 12, Peyton Church. Sophomore outside hitter from Pearland, Texas, number 13, Kaylee Bedford. Sophomore middle blocker from Crandall, Texas, number 15, Leah Gardner. And junior center from Arlington, Texas, number 21, Courtney Hanson. Your Tigers are led by head coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser.
And there you go, there's both teams' starting lineups. And we are just about a couple seconds away from the start of some volleyball action here. The 10 o'clock game today saw Southeastern Oklahoma State go up against Missouri S&T, and the Miners of Missouri S&T came out in a 5-set match that prolonged the start of this game just a little bit, and now here we are starting at 12:45, which instead of the usual noon game. So Cameron, in a tournament like this, where like you've seen games pushed back and things like that, how do the Tigers keep from getting too much ahead of themselves in something like this?
Yeah, I mean, they just need to take on this new day. Like we talked about yesterday, not letting that loss from last night get in their head and just looking forward to the game that they're about to play right now.
And there you see in that front line, the trio of Leah Gardner, Kaylee Thetford, and Courtney Hanson. And on that back line, you see Riley Brazil. Up next to Church. And then at libero, Avery Jowls. Jowls, the senior, took a little bit of a break from libero, switched out halfway through the Mississippi College game last night for Kylie Kisgan, the sophomore, but Giles looks to be at that position again. So in a position where Giles made some impact plays last night, what does she do? How does she respond after a day where she might have felt like she was taken out of that position?
Yeah, I think really the only reason for her to be switched out of that position was just to give her rest. And she's going to come back in this game and be stronger.
And the Tigers start off this game with a Hanson strong play as she puts the Tigers on the board for the day. Serving for the Falcons, number 25. That'll be Colton Thompson. And Thompson just a little too strong on the serve. And the block by Leah Gardner. Gardner holds the line, and the Tigers still lead 3-0 here. As, excuse me, it is 2-1. The Falcons did get that point earlier. And now we're evened up after Courtney Hanson's serve just goes a little too far. Serving for the Falcons, number 5, Brooklyn Hudson, the 6-foot junior from Rock Springs, Georgia. Brazil gets on top of it to Thetford, to Adams. And good recovery by Montevallo. It's now sent over to the Tigers. And Emily Adams drops the hammer. Puts the Tigers back up 3-2 here. And Emily Adams, she had herself an impressive day as well yesterday. So talk about what she means to this team, Cameron.
She definitely stepped up as a leader yesterday and was there for the team. She was reliable when they needed her to be. So I think if she continues to do that today, Ouachita would have a pretty good chance.
And that one hits the net and goes back into Montevallo territory. So the Tigers are going to take that one as well. And now you see Kylie Kisgan stepping up behind the line, the lefty out of Illinois, of all places. And that one is going to hit the back corner, and Montevallo is going to score. The Falcons holding strong in this one with the Tigers so far. Now serving number 9, the libero, Ava Wins, freshman libero out of Leander, Texas.
Oh, wow.
And the Falcons tie it all up here at 4 early in the first set.
You can definitely tell they haven't let their losses defeat them, and they're still going to fight in this game.
Well, Montevallo finishing just like we said, going one spot in the preseason rankings under the Mississippi College Choctaws, who did defeat the Tigers yesterday. So this Montevallo team does have a strong squad, and they're showing that there, taking their first lead since 1-0 today. Here's Wind again. And that one just goes a little too far. And Cameron, as a freshman libero, we saw it yesterday for Missouri S&T, but for Ava Wind, she goes into this one and plays like that. As a freshman, how do you keep your confidence up?
Yeah, I'm sure it's intimidating, but obviously she's earned her spot on the court, so that's just something she's gonna have to remember and be confident in the skills that she knows she has.
And Ava Wind has shown that ability to get some digs so far in this game for the Falcons, and she's been a very reliable player for them. Gardner's gonna send it over. Wind is gonna pick it up. And that one just a little too strong by the freshman outside hitter, Nicole Antova. Now Antova had herself a day yesterday, picking up 22 kills on the day, and showing that this Montevallo Falcons team has some very strong young talent. But there, Emily Adams showing that her veteran talent can also come out on top as the Tigers go up 8-5 here. And Kisgan gets under it. That one's just going to go a little too far, and the Tigers cannot recover. And here we go, the Falcons serving. To Kisgan, to Hansen. And Fairchild puts it down. Kisgan, nice dig to Hansen, to Brazil. Goes to Brazil. And the Tigers come out with that one there as they go up 10-6 here in the first set. Served by Church. Giles to Hansen. Brazil's gonna get that one over. And Riley Brazil, perfect placement on the outside, and she's going to give her Tigers an 11-6 advantage. Talking about Riley Brazil a little bit more, Cameron, what talents does she bring to this Ouachita squad?
She's an aggressive hitter, and she knows how to put the ball down, but she's also smart, and she can see the court, and she knows when it's time to swing full out, when it's time to tip, and just get the point for the team.
And showing some aggression there as well as Haley Fairchild on the block, putting the Tigers firmly on top here. And the Tiger block is going to go out of bounds, and Montevallo is going to end the Tiger run, but they still sit in a 5-point hole here. Serving is Antova, the freshman out of Vidin, Bulgaria. Fairchild on the block. Montevallo recovers. And way to work the Montevallo defense as they find a hole, and Ouachita and Montevallo is going to take a quick break, and so are we. So we'll see you in just a couple seconds here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to the Sturgis Physical Education Center on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for some more Tiger volleyball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And Cameron, a busy day here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, especially here at Ouachita. While we do have some Tiger action here for the Ready Tiger Invitational, you've also got a swim meet that ended just next door over at Wagoner Pool, the Tiger Purple and White meet, but then also cross country hosting the Bob Gravitt Invitational just down the road. And then on top of that, later today, more men's soccer action going on in just a couple hours. So in a day where Ouachita just seems to be the place to be, how did the Tigers here for this volleyball team come out on top and start what has been a great day for the school?
They've come into this with a lot of energy and momentum, but they've also been able to play off of Montevallo's mistakes. I think they played a little sloppy, so it's given the Tigers an advantage, but they need to not only rely on the other team making mistakes and just picking up their end as well.
And so far, the Tigers do hold a 5-point advantage. Church on top of it. Up to Thetford, and she puts it down for the first time today. And Kaylee Thetford, another one of the stories we talked about yesterday. Very talented frontline player that can kill like the rest of them. And as a sophomore, it's something that the Tigers, I'm sure, are excited to see. Brazil on top of it, Church.
Oh, that was great hustle.
Great recovery by the Tigers. And that one's gonna go out of bounds, and the Tigers are gonna take that point. The hustle in a game like this, that's gotta be good to see, Cameron.
For sure, and it's definitely good to see when it pays off as well.
Here's Giles with the serve. Church gets under it to Hanson, to Thetford. Touch the sky, Kaylee Thetford. She puts it down for another one. That's already number 2 for Thetford, who started off the game, but has just now been put back in and has had a strong start so far. And there we go, Montevallo, another costly mistake turns into a Tiger point. And here's Giles serving once again. Hanson, Gardner, that shot is blocked, but Montevallo can't recover even after the solid block to slow it down. The Tigers now with a double-digit lead here in the first set. Avery Giles steps back once again to send it over the net. Good recovery by the Falcons. And Riley Brazil steps up from the back line and sends it right down onto the floor into Montevallo territory. And Giles to Hanson, and she's just gonna put it over. Good trickery there by Courtney Hanson, but good recovery by the Falcons, and they're gonna end that Tiger run. Cameron, you're seeing a lot of amplification of the Tigers' abilities today just because of the mistakes that Montevallo has been making, and so with a team that's going to get better throughout the games as they watch more of how Ouachita plays, how do the Tigers not allow Montevallo to get back into this one?
I think so far the Tigers have done a great job of not playing down to the level that Montevallo is playing at right now, and they just need to keep doing that. But for Montevallo, they've dug themselves in a hole, and if they want to get back up there, they're going to have to cut back on the mistakes that they're making.
And the Falcons sure do have some talent. We've already mentioned all the freshmen that have been contributing to them. But with the experience of the Tigers, it's something that has so far given them the advantage, with Leah Gardner touching the corner there and putting it down. And for the first time this weekend, we see number 17, Emma Hill, the sophomore from Greenbrier, Arkansas. I know another person from Greenbrier, Arkansas that's pretty talented at something else as well. Brazil to Hanson, and Emma Hill puts it down. That is her first kill of the year and her first possession of the year.
It's got to be a great feeling coming in and then right off the bat getting your first kill.
And Emma Hill's kill is going to send Montevallo to a timeout. I'm sure that the Falcons are going to need to discuss how the Tigers have been able to get just about anything they want off the set from Courtney Hansen. And going back into this Tiger squad and how they've kind of responded so far after a pretty heartbreaking loss last night. You know, how have they taken what was a very tiring, a long game that went till just about 8:45 last night into another pretty early game today?
Yeah, you can tell they've come in with energy. You can tell the look on their face, they're not defeated from their loss last night. This is a new day and a new game, and they're fully taking on that mentality. And they're playing up to it as well.
Exactly, and you know, Cameron, how much does this team's leadership with players like Courtney Hansen, Riley Brazil, how does that factor into how a team recovers this quickly?
It definitely helps motivate the whole team. Just knowing that you have someone there that you can rely on, has your back, and even encourages the rest of their teammates. It helps them get their energy up.
And you see stepping back out on the court, the front line of Thetford, Hill, and Gardner. And then in the back for the Tigers, Courtney Hansen, Riley Brazil, and the senior libero, Avery Jowls. And then for Montevallo, stepping back in the front, number 2, Elise Hansen. Number 4, Maggie McCauley. And a slew of other players for the Falcons. And Hansen's gonna send that one just a little bit too strong. And it's going to shorten the Tiger lead to 10 here. Tigers with just 4 to go here in the first set to take themselves a strong 1-0 advantage. Brazil to Hansen to Thetford. No answer for Kaylee Thetford so far. And Thetford goes out, and another sophomore, Kylie Kisgan, comes in. Kylie Kisgan, a lefty for the Tigers. How much does her left-handedness play into her being able to be a solid server?
I think a lot of times in volleyball, somebody being left-handed really throws the other team off. It's a little harder to read because you're not as used to it. So I'm sure she's able to use that to her advantage and even trick the opponent in the spot she's aiming for.
And there, Montevallo takes the score. Tigers still lead 22-12 here in the first set. Brazil gets under it, just unable to put it high enough up for the rest of her team as Montevallo continues their 2-0 run here. Here serving, number 9, the freshman libero, Ava Wind. Jowls gets under it, to Hansen. Brazil's gonna go up, and Brazil puts it down. Riley Brazil, the junior out of Decatur, Texas, puts it down once again for the Tigers. Gardner with the serve, right to the middle of Falcon territory. Hansen back to Brazil. Oh, good recovery by Kisgan, back up to Brazil. And initially good recovery by the Falcons, but Nicole Anatova just unable to not put enough pressure, just putting too much pressure on the ball, and is going to send it right over. Here's Leah Gardner with another serve. The Tigers are 1 away from taking this set. And Antova cannot get it over the net, and the Tigers are going to take the first set of the day, taking a 1-0 lead into the break. And as we take a break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, we will see you in just a couple seconds.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita. When we talk about communications and media, we're talking about a wide variety of fields because communications really relates to anybody, anywhere. And we tackle everything from interpersonal communication, group communication, how to make presentations, to studying mass communications and media. And our students are really interested in going out and being media producers. And one of the first things you have to do is to understand the media before you can adequately and efficiently communicate messages yourself through your job, whatever you choose to do. When you're here your very first semester, you can become involved in the Ouachita Signal, the Washingtonian Yearbook, the Online Signal, the Photo Lab, visual media production, sports media production. There's a lot of different areas to get involved with. These students publish our printed publications, and they also have a chance for continuing education by attending such events like the Arkansas College Media Convention and the College Media Association Convention in New York City. You don't have to wait in line till your junior or senior year to do hands-on learning. You'll get that experience your very first semester, even if you have no previous experience. We have graduates who are working with television stations, either as an anchor, as a producer, as a videographer. We have students in advertising and public relations firms where they're creating strategic plans for organizations and businesses. Our students learn in the classroom and outside of the classroom through their practical experience, but we also enjoy fellowshipping and becoming close as a family. Faculty often have students over to their house for Christmas parties or spring parties or to celebrate graduations. Our students form friendships that will last a lifetime. Over the past 3 decades, some of the most important people in my life and the life of my husband, since we teach together, are students and faculty and staff that we've come in contact with at Ouachita. We're excited about what we have to offer in the communications department at Ouachita, and we want you here to share that with us.
And welcome back to Tiger Volleyball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Once again, I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Cameron Boyd. And the Tigers, after taking the first set of the day, hope to make this a quick one with 2 more quick wins here. The story of the day, like we've talked about many times, but just mentioning it once again, number 9, Riley Brazil. With 6 kills already to start on her 9 attempts, Riley Brazil has been a solid force for this team all weekend, but today, just absolutely killing it on the court.
Yeah, she's definitely a powerhouse for the team. We've also seen Kaylee Thedford step up and get several kills as well.
And the Tigers showing a very strong front line. And it's been really hard. It's been really hard to do anything against it so far today.
I think they definitely took last night's loss and learned from it, and they're coming back today better.
And with that, Courtney Hansen is going to start off the set with a serve for the Tigers. Sometimes I feel like I don't talk about Courtney Hansen enough, yet she has 13 assists already. Brazil to Hansen, to Gardner, and Leah Gardner gives the Tigers their first score of the set. Leah Gardner, one of 4 returning players that finished all GAC last year as just sophomores, hoping to do the same thing this season in the GAC. Emily Adams there with the hit. And good response by Montevallo as Thetford sends it over, and it's sent right back, knotting us all up back up at 1 apiece. Now serving for the Falcons, number 1, Grace Petro, the sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama. And the block by the Tigers leads to another one. And as Thetford comes off, you're going to see once again Kylie Kisgan step up behind the line. Kisgan, as we've talked about before, stepped into the libero spot last night when the Tigers needed her and helped the Tigers compete against Mississippi College after thinking that they might get swept. And they brought it to 5 with Kisgan at that libero. And a good send back by the Falcons, number 8, Danielle Green. And the Tigers have no response there. Now serving is the freshman libero, Ava Wind. And Wind just cannot get it over there. And it's going to send it right back the other way towards the Tigers. Now serving it for the Tigers, number 15, Leah Gardner. Gardner, while a solid front line piece for the Tigers, has also shown her ability to have a strong serve. Grabbing the ace right there. Leah Gardner just barely hits that back line and is going to give her team a 2-point advantage here.
And it looks like we put another new player in the game. Number 23, has she seen any?
Number 23, Erin Dawson, seeing her first action of the season. Erin Dawson, a junior out of Frisco, Texas. Shout out to Priscilla Leverett from the same place as well. The Tigers shifting things around today, trying to see Coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser trying to see what works and what players have made improvements in the offseason, just throwing new players into the lineup.
And I think this game especially is a good time to do that and give those who haven't played yet an opportunity.
We've seen a lot of that this weekend, obviously with the addition of Dawson, but we've also seen players such as freshman Aubrey Galante. We've seen a lot. We saw Emma Hill earlier today, and then also Anne-Marie Tice getting her time yesterday on the court as well. So seeing what works and letting the stuff that works stick. I mean, we've seen that a lot. Especially we saw sophomores such as Kaylee Thetford and Peyton Church, who haven't been mainstays in the Tigers lineup, become mainstays because of their performances on the court so far. Montevallo has their first lead since 4-5 in the last set. Emily Adams going to send that one over. And Montevallo is going to put it down. This time it's number 12, Claire Hayes, the junior out of Robertsdale, Alabama. One thing as you look down this Falcon roster, this team is tall, sporting many players over that 6-foot mark.
Yeah, that can definitely be an advantage here.
And they're showing the height once again. That'll be number 12, Claire Hayes, standing 6 feet tall and showing it, putting it down right into a gap in the Tiger offense, in the Tiger defense.
They also appear to be a relatively young team as well.
Exactly, and like we've talked about, they're young and talented, and while the Tiger experience has prevailed so far, this talent for Montevallo is providing a good trial, as now the Tigers trail by 4 here in this set. And with that, Coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser has seen enough, and she's going to take a timeout, and so are we. So stay with us here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita. Washita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita. Washita.
And welcome back to Tiger Volleyball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And so here we are for the second game on Saturday of the Tiger Ready Invitational here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. And Cameron, one thing we've seen from the Falcons this set has been the performance of Claire Hayes. She's racked up 8 kills on the day and just recently has given the Tigers problems on that front line.
Yeah, I think she learned from the last set and is stepping up for her team.
She really did. And the Tigers now hoping to come back in this set, down 4-8 here early. Good recovery by Wynn. Gonna send it up. Kisgan to Hansen. Brazil. And that one's gonna go a little too far, and the Tigers are gonna hope to rebound from that and use that momentum here as Peyton Church is gonna step behind the line and serve it for the Tigers. They now trail just 5-8 here. Church sends it over to Antova. Back up to Antova. Good recovery by Church to Hansen. Brazil sends it over. Hansen to Brazil. And Brazil finds the gap. And Montevallo's set, and she's gonna shorten this Falcon lead to just 2 now. But there, you see the Falcons respond, this time by number 14, Blakely Robbins, another freshman, this time out of Daphne, Alabama. To serve is Antova, the freshman out of Bulgaria. And Hansen serves it up to Aaron Dawson, and Dawson just barely can't get it over there. Tigers once again trail by 4. A little bit further into the set now this time though, as they're down 6-10. Church. Hansen meets her at the net, and the Falcons cannot respond. Courtney Hansen with the strength up top.
That was great aggression by her, and like we said, just her being reliable when you need her to.
Courtney Hansen, one of those players that can change momentum for this Tiger team, especially with her experience in that area. And there you see number 4, Maggie McCauley, unable to get that one over the net, as the Tigers now once again trail by just 2, as Brazil steps behind the line to serve it. Jows. Hansen trying to send it over. Good response by Aaron Dawson there. Hansen sends it over and finds a gap in the back corner. You really thought that the Tigers there were gonna make a mistake, but Aaron Dawson, good recovery for the Tigers, and Hansen is able to find the gap in Montevallo's set. And Brazil now steps back for another serve here. Bit of a stoppage in play there as the Tigers are gonna huddle back up. Never mind. They're gonna step right back up, and here we are, continuing play here. Tigers down by 1. Good heads up play by Hansen. Thetford gonna send it over this time. Jows gets under it. Hansen. Thetford. Kaylee Thetford. What a recovery by Courtney Hansen, in the perfect placement for Kaylee Thetford to do what she does best, which is to sky up and put it in the right position for the Tigers.
And a great dig by Avery Giles as well. That was a scrappy play.
And Aaron Dawson with the strength up top sends it right into Montevallo's face. The Tigers now rolling after going down by 4 earlier in the set. And a great recovery by number 15, Katie Wilkerson of the Falcons, now ending the Tigers' 5-0 run here. Stepping up behind the line, number 12, Claire Hayes. She's had a very productive game in the front line, but she's gonna serve it now as Church intercepts it. And Thetford this time just a little low on the hit. And it's gonna give Montevallo the lead once again. And Hayes' serve gonna go a little long there. And that's gonna knot us all back up at 12. Here's Giles with the serve. Giles, the only senior on this team. And while we've talked about this being an experienced Tigers team, they only have one senior.
Right. But you can tell they all know how to play well together. I mean, they're all there for each other to pick up each other's balls when they need it. So I just think overall they work well together regardless of how old they are or how long they've been playing.
And with Giles being the only senior at libero, it puts her in a good opportunity to be able to put her body on the line for this team, being able to make these incredible digs like she has so far. And the Falcons gonna, with a few subs there. This game still knotted up, this time at 13 though. Serving it for the Falcons will be number 25, Colton Thompson. And Giles cannot get on top of it as the dig by Church just goes a little bit too far away from Tiger territory. And Montevallo is gonna take themselves another 1-point advantage. Leah Gardner, nice hit there. And the Falcons cannot respond. Good play by Leah Gardner there. And in for the Tigers, that'll be number 22, Emily Adams. The Tigers with their entire starting lineup back in to start now. And good placement by number 8, Danielle Green for the Falcons. Finds the opening and puts it right on that back line where the Tigers just cannot get to it. Serving now number 1, Grace Petro. And Petro just can't get it over. Montevallo looked like they were going to go on a run there. And just a mistake is going to put the Tigers back knotted up with them. Here's Kisgan with the left-handed serve. Gonna find Andova. And Gardner with the soft touch. And the Falcons don't know what to do with it there. Here's Kisgan. And that one's gonna go a little too far to the right. And you see time and time again, one team gets a 1-point advantage and then one team makes a mistake. And so in this game, it seems to me like the team that's gonna make the least amount of mistakes is gonna come out on this set.
Right, I was gonna say, it's just gonna take them cutting back on the simple mistakes like missing a serve or miscommunication. Other things are gonna happen, you're gonna lose points, but the things that you can control, those need to cut back on.
And Nicole Antova with the strength there, and the Tigers cannot recover. Great setup there for her. And Brazil goes right back with one of her own. And we are back tied up in this back and forth set number 2. Cameron, we just cannot see a team stake their claim in this set. So how do you come out on top in a set that just has been back and forth?
Like I said, just cutting back on mistakes, like that one right there. I mean, missed serves are gonna happen, but it's just, you wanna be more consistent when you're trying to win a match like this.
This set proving to be one that the Tigers are going to have to work for. Same for the Falcons. Now this time serving it for the Falcons, number 14, Blakely Robbins. Yet another talented freshman for this Falcon squad. To Hansen to Brazil. And Brazil is going to knock this one all back up for the Tigers. Still, no team able to stake a noticeable advantage out in this one with just 7 to go for both teams. And it looks like she touched the net there, and the Tigers are going to take advantage of another Falcon mistake after the Falcons have taken advantage of a lot of the Tiger mistakes.
Right. And if they can use this serve right here and get on a run, they should be able to do better than that.
And Nicole Antova once again strikes. The freshman out of Vidin, Bulgaria, proving to be an impressive and also dangerous addition to this Falcon squad this year. Church to Hansen to Brazil. Jows to Hansen to Brazil. Once again, the Hansen to Brazil connection has shown effective for the Tigers. And that one, great placement by the Falcons, and they once again take a 1-point advantage. And then the Falcons, another mistake, ties it up. Cameron, I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but at the same time, the same thing keeps happening. No team can take an advantage in this set because it just happens where you have a good play and then a mistake.
Yeah, neither team has been playing super consistently. They've been doing well, but they just haven't been able to consistently make points.
Hansen to Thetford, and Thetford can't get it over the net there. Now Montevallo once again with an advantage here. Serving it this time, Claire Hayes. And the Tigers go down 2 now after the Falcons claim what has been one of the more noticeable advantages in this set. While it is just 2 scores, that seems to us really hard to come back from at this point in the set.
And we're gonna try a new change in the lineup and send in number 24, Savannah Whitaker.
Savannah Whitaker has played a little bit before on that front line for the Tigers, but now you see Leah Gardner coming in for Aaron Dawson. Tigers hoping to close the gap in this one and come out on top of set number 2. And Jows gets under it, just can't put it up high enough. Montevallo inching closer to their first set win of the day. See Colton Thompson back behind the line. Thompson has been the setter, has been a solid setter for this Falcon team today. Brazil. Hansen, Gardner. Good recovery by libero Ava Wind. And Ouachita claims that one. And we've got ourselves a doozy once again of a set. Coming out, Peyton Church coming in, Emily Adams. In the front line for the Tigers, Gardner, Adams, and Whitaker. In the back, Jows, Brazil, and Hansen. Hansen's gonna serve. Blocked by Gardner. Falcons recovering. And that one is gonna go around the stick. And the Tigers knot it all up at 23. And Montevallo is gonna take a timeout. We're gonna stay right here with you and just talk about the back and forth nature of this set. The Tigers have seen this plenty of times before, especially in that 5th set last night against Mississippi College. And last night unable to close out, but today, how do they shift? How do they change the tides and come out on top of this one?
It's just gotten to a point where the sloppy mistakes are what's going to have to be cleaned up. Just anything regarding communication, serving. The Tigers have been a little inconsistent today. But those are just things that they're going to have to clean up if they want to win this set here.
And then going into this Montevallo Falcon team, one of the biggest bright spots for them, number 11, Nicole Antova. Like we've talked about, the freshman out of Vidin, Bulgaria, has had herself a tournament.
Yeah, she's a long way from home, too.
Exactly. Today, while only having 3 kills, they've been 3 crucial ones, and racking up 22 yesterday. She's put her stamp on this game and provided problems for the Tigers, but then also the big name, the junior out of Robertsdale, Alabama, Claire Hayes. 9 kills on the day out of just 14 attempts. This front line of Montevallo once again giving the Tigers problems. How do you defend against such a strong front line?
Just being aggressive. I mean, the Tigers need to send over aggressive balls to Montevallo's side and not giving them opportunities to send aggressive balls back.
And Courtney Hansen picks up her second service ace of the day, and the Tigers now just 1 away from going up 2-0 in this one. Was wondering what that rumbling was, but that's just the Montevallo bench. Adams. And great placement by Emily Adams, and the Tigers take a 2-0 advantage here in the 12 o'clock game of the Ready Tiger Invitational. Courtney Hansen and Emily Adams right out of the timeout prove why they are solid veteran leaders of this team. And with that, we're going to take just a quick break here, and we'll see you back just in a couple seconds for some more Tiger volleyball action on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I chose communications and media for my major because in high school I enrolled in a technology class where I started to do video production for the first time, and it turned out to be the most exciting thing I had ever done in high school. So when I came to tour Ouachita, I went to the communications department and discovered that all of the professors here were amazing. It's paid off because since I've been here, they've been able to teach me the ins and outs of a video shoot, a news studio, and a movie set. The most notable class for me that I've taken at Ouachita was the OBU at Sundance class. You actually get to go to the film festival, which Sundance is one of, if not the largest film festival in America. We all got to experience this like cultural epicenter together. That was just a really unique experience that I don't think I would be able to get anywhere else. So inside of my major at Ouachita, I've been able to have a really tight-knit community with all of the students, specifically the ones that work on video production. We meet almost every single day and we see each other constantly, and so we've developed friendships that I definitely didn't expect to have. I feel like I can just, call them if I need any of them and they'll be there like that, and I would do the same for them. After Ouachita, my end goal is to be an independent film director in preferably a big city. I've been able to produce films, I've been able to produce shorts, I've been able to write screenplays. I simply feel like I'm prepared for all of the aspects of the filmmaking process. No matter what you want to do in the communications department, whether it's writing, whether it's marketing, whether it's event planning, video broadcasting, news broadcasting, sports journalism, Ouachita is a place that will prepare you for all of those fields and careers. My name is Ryan, and I am a communications and media major at Ouachita.
Study of engineering covers a lot of things. We have several major areas: mechanical.
And welcome back to the noon slot of the Ready Tiger Invitational. In this one, the Ouachita Tigers take a 2-0 advantage after a close second set, where the Tigers come out 25-23. The Montevallo Falcons, on the other hand, hoping to rebound and not make this a quick one here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center.
We seem to have changed our starting lineup a little bit. and we're going to keep the same players that we had in for the last play of the game.
You see Aaron Dawson stepping back onto that back line, and Savannah Whitaker getting some more time on the court as well. And as the speakers serenade us with some more YMCA, we are just about to start up with some more Tiger volleyball action here. And stepping up behind the line for the Montevallo Falcons to start, number 25, Colton Thompson, the senior from Fairhope, Alabama. Gardner with the strength on the serve, and they can't recover. Leah Gardner's gonna take her first kill of the set. That's number 5 for her today. And that one, good placement by number 21, Aaliyah Thompson, the senior out of Cumming, Georgia, able to just get it on that far sideline. And now knotting it up at 1. And Cameron, while we've seen the Tigers stake out a 2-0 advantage in this one, it has not been one that hasn't been close. This game has been knotted up a lot recently.
Right, it's been a fight for sure. It's not been an easy game for the Tigers.
And good effort by Hansen to get on the floor for that one, just cannot come up with it. And Grace Petro gonna serve this one here. Giles gets under it. Emily Adams, good placement, but good recovery by the Falcons. But Savannah Whitaker able to grab her first kill of the game. Whitaker, the sophomore out of Forney, Texas, she's gonna step out, but she's gotten herself a little bit of time on the court this weekend. I'm sure that brings up your confidence if you're the sophomore.
Most definitely.
And that one's gonna go a little strong, but they're gonna say it was tipped. The Montevallo Falcons are gonna claim it was tipped. Unfortunately, the referees are gonna say it wasn't, and the Tigers are gonna take this one. And that one's gonna hit the fan, and the point is going to go to the Tigers there. There's not much you can do with stage hazards on here in the Sturgis Physical Education Center. And the Tigers once again showing that home field advantage, that home court advantage. But number 8, Daniel Green of Montevallo says, I'm gonna get me some first. Here's Wind. Jows to Hansen, to Brazil. Good recovery by the Falcons. Now it's Petro. Kisgin's gonna get on top of it. Jows able to send it over there. Brazil again. And great placement by the junior. Riley Brazil touches that back line and is going to make all the efforts of Kylie Kisgin and Avery Jows worth it on that last return. Here's Gardner gonna send it over. Here's Antova. And no response to Nicole Antova here. The freshman with raw strength. And Kylie Kisgin, while a very solid backline player, just cannot get on top of it because of the strength on that hit right there. And that one's just gonna go a little strong as Robbins is gonna send that one over. And Brazil is blocked, and Church trips and can't get to it. Peyton Church, I know she wanted that one, just can't get back to it in time. Good effort by the junior. Here's Antova stepping back to serve. And Riley Brazil. The Falcons cannot respond to her. And coming in for the Tigers, Savannah Whitaker once again. She's proven herself in this one as well. And this time Hayes, while racking up 9 kills today, just can't get that one over. Brazil stepping back to serve for the Tigers. And this time, Wilkerson can't get it over. One thing you're seeing from this Tiger team is you're seeing their experience prevail a little bit more as the game goes on. You know, what does it mean to them for them to be able to clean up these mistakes a little bit?
They just all mesh so well together and play well together, and it's helping them, their overall gameplay for sure.
And Aaron Dawson, a new addition to the rotation today, is able to get that one. And with that, we're gonna send it to a little bit of a break here as Montevallo looks to try to respond to this Tiger lead here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Once again, I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Cameron Boyd. And Cameron, one thing you're seeing from this Tiger team a lot today is, well, they have been winning. They've also been getting some players that don't get as much time on the court some time today. So what does that mean to the development of your team as they go on?
Definitely a lot. I think Coach Allison Fitzelkaiser is definitely just trying to see which players are going to step up and which ones are going to put it all out there on the court, and they've all proven to do that so far.
And one player that you've seen a lot of time on the court today and has proven her worth is junior Erin Dawson. She's got 3 kills so far. And there, Courtney Hansen finds the hole, puts it right back there. But going back to Erin Dawson, what have you seen from her today that's really proven, you know, why she should be out there?
Getting some of her first playing time for the weekend, she's really stepped up and proven why she deserves to be on the court.
Oh, nice dig by Church, and Whitaker is going to get that one over. Great effort by the Tigers there. And it's going to pay off as Montevallo is going to touch the net and make a mistake that's going to let the Tigers take a 7-point advantage. Church and Savannah Whitaker sends it over. Brazil, nice dig. Hansen. And Whitaker, nice placement, but also even better dig by number 14, Blakely Robbins. And good effort by Riley Brazil on the dive there, but good placement by the Falcons to put it where she can't get to it. Falcons now hoping to mount a run here. Oh, gonna put it up to Aaron Dawson, and Aaron Dawson drops the hammer in the back left corner for the Tigers.
And again, like I said, she's proving why she deserves to be on the court today.
Here's Giles. Whitaker with the recovery to Hansen. And Brazil, that one's gonna stay in. Riley Brazil, yet another kill on the day. That's number 12 for her today. Here's Giles, leading the team in digs for her. She's got 11. Giles to Hansen. And good, quick hands by the junior Peyton Church, just unable to get it back into her team's territory there. And now stepping up behind the line for the Falcons once again is setter Colton Thompson from out of Fairhope, Alabama. Also hometown of Murray State legend Kevin Brown. Leah Thompson, proving why she is a veteran leader on this team. Once again, a great play for her. The Tigers taking command of this set, hoping to put down the Falcons, and put down any hope of a comeback for them. There's Hansen to Giles. Adams, nice hit there, but it's a nice recovery by the Falcons. And great effort by the freshman, Ava Wind, but just unable to get fully under it there.
The Tigers have definitely been able to clean up their play and have earned themselves a point run.
What do you think Coach Allison Frizzle-Kaiser said to her team in between the last set, just to be able to give her team this type of discipline?
I mean, I think they just needed some encouragement. They just needed a moment to cool down and reset and just get back in the flow.
And back in the flow they have been with a commanding 8-score lead here, hoping to close out the Falcons. Hansen to Gardner. Brazil, Hansen finds Whitaker, and Whitaker, while it is blocked by the Falcons, they cannot keep it in bounds, and Savannah Whitaker is going to claim herself a kill there. Now here we see Kylie Kisgan once again. Wind. And Antova once again. The freshman has been there when her team has needed her, and while she is a freshman, she's proven some veteran leadership on this team.
She most definitely has.
And Riley Brazil. I feel like I keep saying it, but she keeps doing it. That's 13 kills on the day for the junior out of Decatur, Texas. And here we see another first appearance for the Tigers today. Anne-Marie Tice, the sophomore out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, got herself some action yesterday, but this is her first time today seeing the court. And Emily Adams finds the gap in Montevallo, and the Tigers just 6 away now, as Tice is going to step right behind the line. And Aaron Dawson says, "No way, Jose. You can have that one back." And the Tigers take an 11-score lead, just 5 away now. We're going to take just a quick break before the Tigers hope to finish this one out here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Washita.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
And as we come back from break, I'd like to welcome you back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Just a bit more Tiger volleyball as the Tigers hope to close out the Montevallo Falcons. Just 5 away now as Anne-Marie Tice takes the serve. And that one, another costly mistake, this time by the sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama, Grace Petro. And in for the first time today for the Falcons, number 7, the junior out of Montague, Minnesota, Morgan Netcott. And Antova cannot get it over, and once again, Aaron Dawson sends it back. Tice been a consistent threat for these past couple scores for the Tigers. Hansen, Tice finds Adams. And they're gonna say that one was in. Great placement by Emily Adams on the far side. The Tigers now just 2 away from taking a win into the rest of the day before they face McKendree this afternoon. Good serve by Tice. Good recovery by the Falcons. This time, the freshman from Hot Springs, Arkansas, Maddie Landry, sends it right into Montevallo's face. Seeing a lot of new faces step up today, Cameron.
We are, and the block for the Tigers today has been amazing.
Oh, good recovery by Kisgan and Landry. Kisgan to Landry, and she just can't get that one over. But overall, great play by the freshman Maddie Landry. I didn't even notice she had come in, and yet she made herself noticed very quickly. Here's Blakely Robbins stepping behind the line for the Falcons. And that one is gonna go long, and the Tigers claim win number 2 of the Ready Tiger Invitational. And Cameron, today we saw a Tiger team that while they faced a couple troubles in that second set, responded well to adversity and brought in new players and was able to just about run the board on most of their roster. And so after a win like this, how do they bring that into their game against McKendree later today?
I think even in this game, they learned from their mistakes in each set, and we saw it translate into the last set. And so I just think they need to continue doing that and continue bringing the energy that they have right now to their game later today.
And the Tigers now move to 2-1 on the season. Meanwhile, the Falcons now still sit winless at 0-3. And so the Falcons hoping to be able to rebound later today as they will take on their final opponent of the day in just an hour and a half against Southeastern Oklahoma State right here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center once again. Now the Tigers have a little bit more of a break, just about 3.5 hours, where they will go against McKendree, who ran the board against Mississippi College earlier today over at Henderson's campus, where they knocked out Mississippi College 3-0. While the Tigers had trouble with Mississippi College and lost to them last night, how do they go into a game like this against a team that's going to be one of their toughest opponents of the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to fight. They've learned to fight so far, I think, and they're just going to have to continue to do that and continue to play well together.
And Ouachita, your final score, 3-0 The star of this game for the Tigers, Riley Brazil, 13 kills. But on top of that, you see the same heroics from junior Courtney Hansen with her 32 assists. That's something you expect to see from her at this point. But just overall, a great all-around performance for this Tiger team from the young players, the older players, from all of them.
They've just all proven to be so reliable and just useful in any position that they play in.
And as Allison Frizzell-Kaiser takes her team to a bit of a rest time before they face off against McKendree back here tonight, we will also see you guys there at 5:30. It'll still be me, Isaac Bourne, and it'll still be Cameron Boyd later tonight. But for now, we will see you guys in just about 3.5 hours here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center. So for now, we will see you later here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Granick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.